So we have just left Helgen, and I wanted to skip that part as it, of course, is tumultuous. And for this first part, I actually cut all combat. There wasn't much. I did explore mine, but I just wanted to cut it because I felt as it is not what I'm going for. We want something more serene, relaxing. So we are just gonna do. It's almost like a cozy Skyrim Let's Play. I mean, I'm sure there will be some violence, but we just want to be sooth talking while we do this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and explore around, and we are going to make our way to Riverwood. And I love booting up Skyrim because every time I do, I just am reminded of how beautiful it is. I mean, look at that. It is just absolutely gorgeous. So now that we're done doing a little sightseeing, I am going to go ahead and we're going to activate one of the stones. I typically do the thief. I usually do a lot of sneaking. When I first played Skyrim, my very first playthrough, I actually did the two-handed. So I believe I did the warrior, but for me, the thief stone makes more sense with how I play. So I just wanted to go ahead and activate that. And there it is. And there will be some parts I'm going to try to be quiet just so you can just listen to the music and ambiance like so. So now we are back on our way, and I'm just going to pick up some thistle branches. I'm going to eat them later so we can work on our alchemy skill. And I typically do a lot of collecting, so for this I may not do everything that I normally do, but usually when I play I'm type A plus, so I just try to loot and grab everything. So this mine, I did cut the combat. We just fought some bandits. It wasn't too exciting. We're still early game, but yeah, look, we knocked them dead. And then of course I wanted to, this actually looks pretty nice there. But we just did some looting and took the bandits out. And now we're gonna head out of here. Because now this looks creepy and it's not the vibe we want. But we are gonna come across moments like this, I am sure. And now we are back outside, and it is so much more beautiful than the mine. Of course, no surprise there. And I definitely took a little longer in there looking around. Quite some time has passed, so we're going to crawl our way over to Riverwood now. And I finally had the sense to stop sneaking. We're just gonna take a look around. It feels nice. I mean, we were a prisoner, we were gonna get executed, and now we are admiring the nature. Interesting turn of events. I definitely miss the first time I ever played this, which I feel is a common feeling among people when you first play a game, such as when I first played Morrowind or a Fallout game, or, just anything. And, you really just gotta treasure it. But here we are, we have finally made it to Riverwood. It's the magic of the first time you play it.
Shh, Uncle, please. Keep your voice down. I'm fine, but we should go inside to talk.
What's going on? And who's this?
She's a friend. Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but we need to go inside.
Okay, come inside then. Sigrid will get you something to eat, and you can tell me all about it.
A dragon!
New to Riverwood? If you're looking for work, go see Hod at the mill.
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the barrow.
Dragons now, is it? Please, mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town...
Lucan over in the Riverwood Trade.
And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
Strange. He says they hardly
You'll
speak
see.
anything.
It was a dragon. It'll kill us all, and then you'll believe me. Nobody believes me, but I tell you, I saw a dragon.
I will also do my best not to talk while the NPCs are talking. I may mess up though, so forgive me.
You look like a traveler. Someone that has seen faraway places and heard new stories.
Is there somewhere I can buy fresh supplies?
Lucan's got a little bit of everything at the Riverwood Trader. If you need weapons or armor, see Alvor, the blacksmith.
I saw a dragon in Helgen.
Truly? So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this.
You and Faendal both like the same girl?
Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood Trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
Yes, two people spending time together never blossoms into courtship.
Is that sarcasm? I've heard better wisecracks from Orgnar. Still, you have a point. Camilla letting Faendal visit her isn't a good thing for me. Here, let me give you a particularly venomous letter. Say it's from Faendal. That should get Camilla to stop inviting the elf over. Until next time.
All right, Sven. We will tackle this quest another time. I don't want to deal with this love drama right now. To the main quest.
Sigrid, we have company.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy. What's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
So you're gonna see the items ragdoll about. Just go with it. It's a Bethesda game.
The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
How do I get to Whiterun from here?
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace.
What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man, perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war. I'm afraid it can't last, though.
Which side in the war does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him? But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
You support the Empire, then?
Of course. Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair-weather friends.
Who's Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
Can I use your forge?
I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new.
What can you tell me about Riverwood?
Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters, a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill.
What do you think about the war?
People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people, just for worshipping Talos. But was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire, and the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
Why are the Thalmor allowed to arrest people for worshipping Talos?
It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos. But then, Ulfric and his Sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. Sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down. Dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
Do you have any supplies I could take?
Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. Help yourself to whatever you need, within reason.
We just wanted to exhaust dialogue options.
Did you really see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Hush, child. Don't pester your cousin.
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh? Listen, I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
How do I get to Whiterun from here?
Just head north, you can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold, the biggest and the best of the 9 holds of Skyrim. But don't take my word for it.
Who are those other prisoners?
You didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
He's a traitor of some kind?
Right, the leader of the Stormcloaks. They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom, but the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be High King of Skyrim.
Who are the Stormcloaks?
You haven't heard of the civil war in Skyrim? I guess down in Cyrodiil people have other things to worry about. It's pretty simple. Ulfric founded the Stormcloaks years ago, as a sort of private army to advance his ambitions. He's always used the ban on the worship of Talos to stir people up against the Empire. He never succeeded in getting much support, so a few months ago he murdered the High King. That got the Empire's attention.
How did you capture Ulfric?
A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire. We've been trying to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the General turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the General changed his mind. You know the rest.
I thought dragons were all dead long ago.
So did I. If the damn Stormcloak somehow found one, or woke it up, the war might be about to take an ugly turn. Hard to believe it was just a coincidence, that the first dragon anyone's seen for centuries attacks just as Ulfric was about to be executed.
Why is the worship of Talos banned?
I guess that wasn't such a big deal elsewhere in the Empire, but here it's caused a lot of resentment. Native son and all that. Even I'll admit it hasn't been the Empire's finest hour. But it wasn't like the Emperor had any choice, did he? If he hadn't signed the peace treaty with the Thalmor, they would have destroyed the Empire. Then where would Skyrim be? That's the part that Ulfric's supporters always conveniently forget about. Unless the Empire stands together, the Thalmor will destroy us all. Be careful on the way to Solitude. Damn Stormcloaks could be anywhere.
Thanks, Hadvar. Well, since our inventory is more than full, we are going to go ahead and rest up here and go over to the Riverwood Trader so that we may lighten the load.
I hope I'll see you in Solitude. Good luck.
I hope to see you there too, Hadvar. Alright, off to sell our plentiful amount of items that I have thus far collected. So off to the Riverwood Trader we go.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that. Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
What have you got for sale?
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
And as you'll see, I collected as many weapons as I could just to go ahead and accumulate as much gold early on as we can. It does get to a point where you're practically drowning in it, but for now I am definitely hoarding up as much as possible and pushing my stamina to its limits. Did something happen?
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
I could help you get the claw back.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Well, no, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings. Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
So this is our Camilla in that love triangle. Though I'm sure it is unbeknownst to her. I can't remember. I feel as if she doesn't care. And of course, whoever you push towards her way, she would choose. Or maybe she chooses neither, which would be smart. So I'll be quiet because Camilla is just being a stereotypical NPC, so we can just enjoy Riverwood sounds for now. It does seem that she is
This way.
she is most definitely the ideal NPC, just not moving when she needs to, yapping away, and we want to progress, but as the main character, we must be patient, even though I want to start pulling my hair out. But yes, just enjoy Camilla being Camilla.
Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one. This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Well, thank you, Camilla, for finally leading us to the edge of town. We, of course, could have skipped that, but I just wanted to include it, especially since this first part I am definitely omitting combat. I don't know if I should include it moving forward, so I might experiment with that. So now, on our way to Whiterun we go. It is just so tranquil and beautiful. Oblivion is definitely different, as on the original the colors are just so vivid, whereas in Skyrim it just seems a bit paled out, and it actually fits the landscape. It makes sense. It is just such a stark contrast. It's still gorgeous, of course. So we skipped ahead just a little bit to avoid the wolf. And so here we are. We have made it to Hunting Brew Meadery, which we will be visiting quite a bit later on. I'm not sure if this cozy playthrough will even make it that far. We will see. And I won't go to the full extent I normally do. However, I know they are all by each other, but we are going to go ahead and add these farms so we have them as fast travel locations. And of course, I'm going to help myself. I'm already excited to build our home and have a kitchen so that we can cook and bake. It's just a miscellaneous thing in Skyrim, but in real life I love to cook and bake so much. So when it is implemented in video games, I get tickled pink. I just smile. You can of course sell what you collect too.
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins. Honest pay for honest work.
Which I did at least
Back to work then.
want to sell the
Yes?
leeks since it is their farm. But then I went and took some more. I'm gonna use it for soup. So thank you, farmers.
That's taken care of. No thanks to you.
You didn't look like you needed help.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers.
What is a shield brother?
An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can I join you?
Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
She's a little snappy. Hello, husband.
You look strong. Come to Jorvaskar and be a companion.
Where do you stand on the war?
Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who cares? Just tell me who needs bludgeoning.
Why did you join the Companions?
Vilkas and I have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us.
Who are the Companions?
The companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other.
Can I join the Companions?
Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hands. All right then.
Goodbye, husband. You can crush me with your arms later. I really hope that you do. So, onward we go. We are now gonna collect some cabbages. Thank you again, farmers. And at this point, I suppose we should go ahead and head to Whiterun. I believe we have dawdled enough. The horse is so pretty. I have bias for Shadowmere, but... Oh, I want a horse. I grew up with horses during my childhood, and they're such beautiful creatures.
Good hunt ahead of us.
So here we have the Khajiit. And I don't... Should we check in? I feel as if we should. Hello.
We are creatures of the desert. The north wind chills us to the bones.
I've heard you've been running into trouble along the road.
It is all in this note.
I'm curious about your homeland.
The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. There are cities so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly.
Why sell your goods in Skyrim?
An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made.
Thank you.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
The roads have been unkind to this one, plagued by outlaws along the route from Whiterun to Markarth. Guards travel with Risad, yes, but they are ill-equipped to deal with the ones such as this. They wield strange golden weapons and wear gleaming armor. Risad has read of such things only in stories. Their encampment is found just west of North Brittleshin Pass. Each time they set upon us, they shout, "The Saints would like to browse your wares today." The brutes steal mostly trinkets and oddities, no matter how cheap this one knows them to be. Then they allow Risad to go on his way. Risad has not yet fought back. While it has harmed this one's coin purse, it is not worth a life. Risad has heard of another gang patrolling the roads further north, calling themselves the Seducers. They are known for their menacing dark armor. Skyrim grows more perilous by the day. They are known to camp along the road west of Fort Kastav. This one would pay handsomely to any who would help. Risad fears for any who might come to harm at the hands of these worrisome pests. It looks like we've got some Oblivion work cut out for us. We have finally made it to Whiterun, and I apologize. Usually I do a little bit better with reading, but during this Let's Play, it's just gonna be on the spot, so I may mess up at times. And the pacing may be off as I struggle with some of the words, or unfortunately mispronounce names of locations, so please pardon me. Let's take a nice view here. We have finally made it to Whiterun. The journey wasn't too bad. I just, of course, had to make a plethora of stops.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Understood. To be on guard, as expected. Oh, here we are. Finally at Whiterun. Just shy of level 3. And I do believe we are gonna stop right here. I think this is a great place to stop. So now we have made it to Whiterun, and our story shall continue. But wherever you are, I hope you have a great day, night, evening, what have you. Take care, and I will see you next time.